Hi everyone, so today I'm taking a look at Warhammer 40k Storm of Vengeance. A big thank you to the developers for sending me out a review sample to take a look at a few days ago. Now, this is Warhammer 40k brought into a kind of mobile experience, a pick up and play experience, but made available across PC, Android and iOS. Now, we've had a look at this game on PC. It's being released today on PC and iOS, with Android to follow at a later date. Sorry, don't actually have a release date for Android just yet, but it's bound to be coming pretty soon. Now, the whole idea here is actually pretty simple, but when you dig down into the game itself, there's a really complex strategy game here. Now, if you've ever played Plants vs Zombies, you'll kind of have a flavour for how this game works. The idea is there's a series of lanes. You will spawn your troops into a particular lane. You pick which lanes you want to put them into. The enemy, the computer in this case, or in multiplayer games other players, will decide where to spawn their units, and ultimately they will clash with each other. The winner storms the lane, knocks out the opponent's buildings, and ultimately wins. The victory conditions basically say that you've got to knock out 3 of your opponent's buildings, and then you win that mission. Now, there's over 100 missions altogether, 50 per side, plus a massive kind of multiplayer aspect as well, which is cross-platform, which is going to be really interesting. So effectively, for the multiplayer, you can play across Steam, iOS or Android, and everyone can play together. We're going to see a lot more of this from mobile games that also happen to have a PC component as well. It never really made much sense that we're all sitting in our own little islands. Now, ultimately, this is quite a deep strategy game. I was quite surprised. I was expecting something that was just a little bit of a kind of shameless cash-in, really, you know. In the past, we've not had the best run of luck, should we say, with Games Workshop's licensing. But here, it's been really well executed, and you can kind of tell the developers really love the, world that they're working with here. The modelling of all of the various different unit types is absolutely fantastic. And I tell you, when those special characters come onto the battlefield, you really kind of get that, ooh, that is just awesome, especially when, Space Marine Commander slugging it out with an orc mech, and it just looks absolutely awesome. Now, as you progress through the game and you kind of open things up, you can upgrade all of your kind of special weapons and special powers, as well as being able to call in kind of strike teams, I suppose you could call them, special weapons that you can bring onto a particular lane to help try and swing the battle in your favour. It all works exceptionally well, and ultimately I found that even though we're dealing with a mission that might last 2 or 3 minutes, that I got to play another one. I need to kind of progress this story and open up more. It really keeps you coming back to play. And special mention has to be made really of the story that's been weaved here, because it's drawing very heavily on the kind of mythology that comes from Warhammer 40,000, but it's been really nicely done here. It's a shame there's no actual voice acting. Everything's delivered via kind of on-screen text, and you click next to see the next part of the story, but it's all really nicely done in the vein of Games Workshop. You can tell they've worked quite closely with the guys at Games Workshop here. Overall, this title is great fun. Its pick-up-and-play nature means that if you're ever kind of stuck in a queue or something, you can quickly fire it up, play a couple of games, and you're not going to really feel like you're, losing time or getting bogged down particularly. It's working really nicely. Overall, graphics, animation, gameplay, and value for money here is quite exceptional. A title that is costing around, I think, £7 on PC, and probably around the same again on mobile platforms, but ultimately there's a lot of content here for your money. I'm afraid I've not been able to confirm the exact price of the iPhone version of the game, not been able to find any information about that unfortunately, but it is up to date, and hopefully it won't be costing too much. Overall, go and grab this title, it's well worth playing, and if you love the Games Workshop Warhammer 40k universe, it's been well realised here, not a shameless cash-in. We hope you enjoyed this video. Do please remember to like and comment, and if you'd like to, please subscribe. You can also visit our website and download our Android app. If you do subscribe, you'll be getting a daily dose of the latest tech news, hardware reviews, Android games, consoles, and basically an honest opinion direct from the UK. Stay tuned, stay Androidizen.